Day 11 was called Bridge. Theme was to connect without agenda. Ask who I can reach out to simply to share presence. Action step today was to message or call one person, not to network, only to witness and be witnessed. I took that to mean that today I was going to be reaching out to people, and reaching out to them would have nothing to do with transacting with them. Not trying to get anything from anyone, not trying to transact with anyone in any way. And so I wrote a few names down. I connected with one of them today. The other one I'm going to call actually as I'm driving home from here. And I may connect with one of the other ones tonight as well. But the goal was just to witness and be witnessed. Message or call one person, not to network, only to witness and be witnessed. To spend some time in communion with someone, just sort of recognizing their actual humanity. And so this morning, what is mine to live today was a question, sort of the anchor question. And for me, it was about breaking free from role play. Recognizing that I did something for day 10 yesterday, and it was just the concept that there are no rules, there are no limits, there's no hierarchy, there's no one that we need permission from. There's no one who needs to validate or approve of us. And I sort of looked in the mirror, which was one of the things we were supposed to do yesterday for mirror. Look in the mirror or camera, speak one line of truth, beginning with I forgive or I honor, write or record it. And I didn't begin with either of those statements, but I just went into something that was just important to me. And it was just the concept that I'm no longer going to look for forgiveness or validation from people, or even feedback to get validation. I really deconstructed a lot of that in my life. And so something I wrote this morning is the future exists only in our imagination. I am whatever I see in the future, unapologetically. That is me being me versus playing a role today as something or someone from someone else's limited imagination. And that's just the idea that a lot of who we are and the roles we play and what we attempt to do has a lot to do with a role that somebody else has given us, or something that someone else has called a mischaracterization or characterization of ourselves as something else. And so today I just, I also wrote down that I wanted to do some deliberate programming, some specific shifting of my inputs to get specific outcomes. And today it was just about shutting down a lot of the social media, a lot of the things that I just sort of scrolled through, and making sure that I stick to my 15 minutes or less. And so I've already expended my 15 minutes on Instagram, and so no dopamine tonight. I'm just gonna read a book or maybe watch a couple YouTube videos that are just about the content creation, but most of them will probably just be about raising my consciousness and breaking free from the need for approval. And so what strengthened love in me today? What strengthened love in me? Music. As I'm making these videos, I'm actually making all of the beats, all of the music that goes with each video. And it's something that I've loved to do my entire life, is make music. And so as I'm vlogging, as I'm talking through this journal, each day I'm making new beats. And so as part of the time that I actually spend going through and talking and, doing this, when it's time for me to edit the video, and I don't have to do much editing, but I'm learning a lot about how to edit. When I go back and I edit the video, one thing that I'm doing is actually putting in my own music. If I don't have a particular song on my phone or something at the time that I want to use, I have to make it. And so the last few days, I've just been using a couple DAWs to make new music. And today, I spent a significant part of my afternoon making music. And that strengthened love in me today. I figure while I got some time, while I have your attention, I'll play a couple things. And it's just me having fun, going with different, I wouldn't say if it's different genres, but just different moods, different things that I'm working on. And I was making these songs for like today's, maybe I would use clips of it for today's vlog, and I didn't expect to use it this way. So I'm actually just gonna play bits and pieces of some of these songs, as they get going, and then, just talk about it maybe. All right, so here's one. This one is You're Beautiful. starting off with some nice drums. Just cool, jazzy, chill. Nice little guitar. Try to make sure I don't click the audio here. And so I figured I would have that playing in the background while I was singing something, going through my day, talking about what strength enabled me. And so connecting with my friend Sam via text. He's going through some of his own sort of spiritual awakening, his own journey. So is my friend Jason and my friend Brendan. And so we have a thread called Originals. And so we talk through, because we're the original, 4 friends from 30 years ago or so. But I was just thinking about them and thinking about life and a few other people. I wanted to make it ethereal, fun, different. So this actual song has a number of changes. And so I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but there's a lot of different things that are going on with this song. Nice little heartbeat. I'm gonna play this one to the middle. I recorded about 6 minutes just to get all of the parts in. And again, the song completely shifts. It's kind of like my version of a suite. Weird bass line, a little different. Like I said, switching it up. Turn it down. Goes back here. Again, just something smooth, chill, a little laid back. Think about connection when I listen to this. Thinking about connecting with myself, connecting with the spirit inside of me, the thing that makes me me. Yeah. And this kind of plays through. I think I'll play it a few more bars just to get to sort of the namesake of the song. I think I got 16 more bars to get to the namesake. The thing is I don't really get to edit this video the way that I normally would like to, because I'm making music at the same time. I'm not even sure you can hear me properly, so let me fix that. Let me at least fix that. My big goal was to make sure I didn't get any copyright hits on YouTube.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Just a reminder, you're beautiful.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
And so that's You're Beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Maybe I'll do this with another song. I got a couple other ones that I've been working with that they're actually really good. I think they're really good. Let me see, open recent. This next one I wasn't really planning on putting on. This one I'm writing something to, and it's really just kind of a groove. I don't have anything fixed with it, but it's just something that allows me to write to. I can play it over and over, and it's kind of one of those things that, I like those kinds of beats that are sort of hypnotizing. And so this is one that I might play over and over to, spark some inspiration.
I can hear it all the time.
Nice sample.
I can see it in my mind. Where you live is where I know you are, and I'm coming for you. I can hear it all the time. I can see it in my mind. Where you live is where I know you are, and I'm coming for you.
We can chop up the sample. Played a little piano along with it. I'm nowhere near done. Nowhere near done. That's pretty much it. But that's just something I'm playing with to have some fun with. Again, this is how I strengthened love in me today. This is how I lived today. I expressed myself as the best version of myself, and I got it out. Now, what does any of this have to do with building a business, Key to Everything? I actually had a couple other things that I did with that. I finished up my first version of like a one pager and just clearly broke down all of my different sort of capabilities and specific offerings. And then I'm going to be working with it tomorrow to sort of dial in on an irresistible offer using some of Alex Hormozy's, some of his information to kind of help make that happen. And so what was great was taking the time to sort of do the things that inspired me and really kept me alive and express myself the way that I'm supposed to, like the way that I expressed myself and expressed myself in an authentic way, helped my mind to stay sharp to make and to build everything that I'm building. I felt incredibly productive today. I got all of my work done, as well as all of the creative work to building something new done. And I had plenty of time to actually make music and connect with a few friends. And so it's amazing how much time you have when you're just sort of living in your truth. The day flew by, but I got everything done that I needed to get done. And so that's it. I only did things that were easy today, things that I could do with flow. I was in flow. Yeah, I was in flow. I was in flow. And that was enough for me. Certainly that was enough. Tomorrow I'm working on a couple things. And what does day 12 look like? Day 12 is all about expression. That should be great. I kind of did that today. And actually, I'm looking at integrating all of these things into every day of my life. And I shifted the inputs. I'm getting better outcomes. And what's most exciting about every day for me right now is that I'm getting deeper and deeper into myself and getting more and more unapologetic about expressing that into the world. And there is no separation between business and work and life and love and none of that. It's all just expressing myself as one being that exists as all of those things in the world without playing a role, but just being myself. It's Key to Everything, day 11.